Welcome to Infamous: The Complete Story. Personally, I felt that this game was a great series, but it was hindered by the fact that it came out at the same time as a direct competitor, Prototype. But which game did you enjoy more, Infamous or Prototype? Now I want you guys to know that while this video is going to be kind of short, this will be a 5-part series. There are 2 complete comic book stories and 3 complete games, so we're going to roll them all out for you and explain everything. Now the story of Infamous begins literally with a bang. But before we can get to the game's opening, we need to go to the comic book prequel titles. Things begin with an undercover agent named John White trying to stop Cole McGrath from making a delivery. But what could Cole be delivering that an undercover agent would want to stop? Well, in his bag, unbeknownst to him, is the Ray Sphere, a device capable of granting immense powers to people. John knows of this device because he saw a man named Kessler use it on a rat, giving the rat super strength and the ability to fly. The rat then killed 3 guards before they could contain it. But before John could stop Cole, Cole receives a phone call and he's told to open the package, which he does, setting off a massive explosion in Empire City. John quickly runs into Ground Zero, where he finds an unconscious Cole McGrath that he assumes is dead, and the Ray Sphere just sitting there. He takes it and he runs off with the Ray Sphere. After a few days pass, John realizes that he's been abandoned by the agency. He begins to wonder if they've even been listening to his dead drops. But that's the last of his worries right now. He knows that protocol states that Empire City is about to go into quarantine, and he needs to get out of here before that can possibly happen. Now back with Cole McGrath, he awakens in his girlfriend's apartment with her and his friend Zeke standing over him. Zeke explains to Cole that he was clinically dead, and that while he was unconscious, he seems to be shooting off electricity. While Cole doesn't believe him, they quickly learn that he actually does seem to have electricity powers, and they head out to the dumpster in the back to begin testing them out. Meanwhile, over at the docks, the quarantine is in full effect, but that doesn't stop the infected from attacking. John just so happened to be at those docks trying to get away when this attack began, and he opens fire on the zombies. He then realizes that he may not be able to get out of the city this way, and he rushes off into the city once again, still holding the Ray Sphere. Shortly after leaving the docks, he makes it to one of the Dustmen's bases. Now the Dustmen are a faction of homeless individuals, but John doesn't know this at this time. He just knows that they aren't with Kessler, and he thinks he can hide here. But what he doesn't realize is that the Dustmen aren't exactly friendly, and they begin to attack John. He's knocked unconscious, and the Dustmen get their hands on the Ray Sphere. Oh boy, the homeless have the Ray Sphere, and it's gonna grant a lot of people some random powers very soon, isn't it? John does awake later, but without the sphere, and he's very alone right now. Not sure what to do, he ends up overhearing some people talking about a man with electricity powers. He breaks up their chat by taking one of their phones, and he looks at the pictures and realizes that this is Cole McGrath still. "I'll be damned, he's still alive," John exclaims. We then cut to Zeke and Cole trying to convince a lady that Cole can charge her car battery for some food. But after he shows what he can do, he ends up scaring the bejesus out of her. While Zeke wants to chase the lady down to demand their food, Cole simply stops him because it's not worth it. What neither of them realize is that John is watching over them. He realizes the powers that Cole has, and he realizes that Cole can help him get the Ray Sphere back if his powers continue to grow in this manner. Zeke and Cole head back to their place, commenting how bad the city is getting. They eventually run into Trish, and all of them head up to the roof, where they can see all the riots, the vandalism, and the fires going on all over the city. Zeke predicts that things are about to get much worse, and we then cut to the beginning of Infamous 1, which we're going to be covering next time. So thank you for joining us for this very quick comic prequel, and I hope you're as excited about us covering the Infamous storyline as I am. So until next time, I'm Infected Crow for Eligible Monster, and I'll be waiting right here.